Hey there, friends! Welcome to episode number 7 of Bible Stories for Kids. Today, we're going to learn about one of Jesus' most famous parables, the Good Samaritan. It's a story about kindness and helping others. So, stick around, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more awesome Bible stories. One day, a man who was an expert in the law stood up to test Jesus. He asked, "Teacher, what must I do to inherit eternal life?" Jesus replied, "What is written in the law? How do you read it?" The man answered, "Love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your strength and with all your mind, and love your neighbor as yourself." Jesus said, "You have answered correctly. Do this, and you will live." But the man wanted to justify himself, so he asked Jesus, "And who is my neighbor?" To answer the man's question, Jesus told a story. A man was going down from Jerusalem to Jericho when he was attacked by robbers. They stripped him of his clothes, beat him, and went away, leaving him half dead. The road from Jerusalem to Jericho was known to be dangerous, filled with twists and turns where robbers could easily hide. The man was in a terrible state, lying on the side of the road, badly injured and in desperate need of help. A priest happened to be going down the same road, and when he saw the man, he passed by on the other side. A priest was someone who served in the temple, a respected religious leader. You might expect him to help, but he didn't. He chose to ignore the injured man and walked away. Jesus went on, so too, a Levite, when he came to the place and saw him, passed by on the other side. A Levite also worked in the temple and was knowledgeable about God's laws. But like the priest, he also chose to walk away without helping. Then Jesus said, "But a Samaritan, as he traveled, came where the man was, and when he saw him, he took pity on him." Samaritans were generally disliked by the Jews, and they didn't usually associate with each other. But this Samaritan was different. He felt compassion for the injured man. Jesus described how the Samaritan went to the man and bandaged his wounds, pouring on oil and wine, which were used for healing back then. He then put the man on his own donkey, brought him to an inn, and took care of him. The next day, he took out 2 denarii, which was enough money to take care of the man for several days, and gave them to the innkeeper. He said, "Look after him, and when I return, I will reimburse you for any extra expense you may have." The Samaritan made sure the injured man was well taken care of, even promising to cover any additional costs. After finishing the story, Jesus asked the expert in the law, "Which of these 3 do you think was a neighbor to the man who fell into the hands of robbers?" The expert in the law replied, "The one who had mercy on him." Jesus told him, "Go and do likewise." Jesus wanted to show that being a neighbor isn't about who someone is or where they come from, but about showing kindness and mercy to anyone in need. Through this parable, Jesus taught us a powerful lesson about love and compassion. The priest and the Levite, who were expected to help, chose to ignore the injured man. But the Samaritan, who was considered an outsider, showed true kindness and mercy. Jesus wants us to understand that our neighbor is anyone who needs our help. And we should show love and compassion just like the Good Samaritan did. It doesn't matter where someone comes from or what they look like, everyone deserves our kindness. So, friends, remember that we should always be kind and helpful to others, just like the Good Samaritan. Whenever we see someone in need, we should do our best to help them, showing the same love and mercy that Jesus teaches us. Thanks for listening to episode number 7 of Bible Stories for Kids. Make sure to like and subscribe for more stories about Jesus' amazing teachings. See you next time.